So can you give us at least 3 facts or trivia about your latest single?
I've had that for almost like 2 years, so that took like 2 years. Another fact is, yeah, like this is my first time that I got to produce a song with like a live drum, like live trumpets, like this is not no laptop thing anymore, you know, like.
Yeah.
Shout out to Warner, we got budget. Thank you, thank you.
Warner Music.
Yeah, thank you Warner for all of this. And yeah, for the video, like I got to kind of like think out the treatment with people. That's a really fun fact. Like everything was so nice to do. Honestly, like it was like collaborative. Like it was, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, so my last question is, what does your latest song advocate or represent?
I think for me in general, it's just like queer love. You know, like just love in general. Like we all can relate to that so easily. So it's like you know the feeling. You know what's so different about mine. That really is it.
Thank you very much.
Serious.
Thank you, Justin, no, from Scout Mag. Thank you, Justin.
Hi, I'm Gab from Inquirer Pop, and I just want to ask, what was your creative process while making this album? And because it's hard, like doing it in the pandemic. I mean, great gracious goodness, like that's 2 years of our time. So, what was your creative process like?
Like in the pandemic, right? It was very like scattered, really. At some points, I was not as good, but I wasn't making as much songs as I used to make. Before I could like finish a whole track in like one day, like I'll write all of it down and record it the next day, and then and then in the pandemic, it was like I could write a song maybe in like 3 days, 4 days. And then I would be so hard on myself, like, why am I not being so productive right now? Like, I'm not stuck in a room. Like, what the hell? But yeah, you know, like it was all very different processes. For Can't Get Enough, it was like I already had like the chords in my head, and then I just asked Alan, less bass, like, okay, this is what I hear, and then this is the lyrics that I hear, and then he makes it like 100 times better.
So my second question would be all about the video. So what was the inspiration? Like the sultry, tapos medyo cute sa dulo na vibe. So what was the inspiration? What was going on in your mind? Like all of this?
Well, for the start, like the intro part, that was all really Erica. She directed the video. She just like, when she heard the song first, she was just like, this is what I see. I want you to be a glitter. I want you to be a water. I'm like, okay, girl, like, I'm just here to like trust it. Like, I love art, so I'm down to do anything. But for the second part, all I could think of was like, I wanted to be like, I'm thinking of a guy, and then I wake up and like, I'm in a TV. Yeah.
So we can say that the video is a collaborative, creative process of everything.
I feel like in any type of art in general, like being collaborative and everything, like not even in just like the creative aspect, like even when it comes to like the marketing aspect, like just being super collaborative with everyone, it makes the best art, you know, from my experience. Yeah.
Thank you
So much.
Thanks, Gab, from Ink Pop or Inquirer Pop.
Hi, Jason.
Hello.
Ay, ito na meron siya.
Jason, is this your first time in Manila, and why did you choose Manila to be the launching venue for your musical career?
This is not my first time in Manila. Like, I've lived here for 5 years now. Like, I moved here when I was 16, so now I guess I'm like a local, I guess. And I don't know, I love it here. You know, in the 5 years that I've been here, this is like my home, you know, and there's no other feeling that could like replace what Manila means so much to me. You know, like, it means so much to me being in Manila. And I know it's not perfect and anything, but where is perfect?
So you can Tagalog, you know.
Girl, it's not Tagalog. I can speak anything, yeah.
Okay. So what do you expect from Jason towards the end of the year, or at least next year, like games or
a lot more music. This is just the starter, girl. Like, if you did this is really good, you need to wait for what else I have in store. Like, I am not playing around at this time. Like, we're like in a room right now with Trust. Like, I hope you can see we're not really playing around this time. So, yeah. I hope you just keep like the other things I release.
congratulations.
Growing up.
I grew up with my mom. Like, my mom was a single, like, she was like a single mom. She raised like 3 kids. all in Oman. She was there for like 30 years of her life. So I was like surrounded by Filipino culture, especially like immigrant Filipino culture. You know, that's really what I experienced in my lifetime.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Hi. Hi, hello, my name is Jamie. Hi, nice to meet you. The question would be, because you were mentioning racial angle and ages, I saw that some of your foreign influences are Mariah Carey, Erykah Badu. What about for local? Would you like to collaborate with any local artists?
Definitely, if I had like more chances, right now I've just been collaborating more with like local artists when it comes to like drummers, like and you know pianists and all of these things. But like if it was like artists themselves, I got to collaborate with Arthur Harry with Junior.
Yeah, it's really hot.
Which I'm like looking forward to make hopefully another track with them. Like I really love what we made. But I love, oh my gosh, you know who I would love to freaking make a song with? Jake Cyrus. Like he's an R&B king.
That would be interesting.
He's an R&B king. Did you hear that new song? That was so good. Like he was like serving his like Nick Jonas Slay like that. Was so good. Yeah, Jake Cyrus. I love Jake Cyrus.
Alright, what can you say about the local R&B industry here? I mean, there aren't that many R&B artists, so do you feel like you could actually, you know, make a significant change or really create an impact now?
I don't really think about that when you know when I make music that's somehow R&B. Like it just suddenly is R&B to me. But it is true that there's not a lot of R&B artists here in you know in Manila. But I hope I get to like inspire at least some people to delve into it, and I'm not the last. You know, I don't want to be the last person doing this.
Are you still studying, or are you? You're so young, you're 21.
I'm 21. Yeah.
Are you still studying while creating music?
I am not studying right now.
Focusing more on your music.
I'm focusing more on music, yeah. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I will one day. I don't know. I got all the time in the world right now.
Yes, you're very young, which is really good.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Sana all. Sana all very young. Okay, go ahead.
Hi, Elijah from Aspire.
Oh, I know you. Hi.
Oh, hi.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
The Bluetooth device is connected
It's connected. Eh, tapos na siya. Okay, go ahead, Elijah.
Hello, hi. Hi again. I just want to ask, like, well, first and foremost, congrats on the new single. And amazing single. Like, the intro kind of caught me off guard. Was the intention of like the intro to catch everyone off guard?
Not really. I feel like it was more of like a dream-like sequence. You know, kind of like a fever dream. You know, when you like, especially if you like listen to the lyrics, it's more like don't you want to feel. You know, I'm not gonna tell you what I was exactly saying, but yeah, like it was just very like intimate, like you're in a dream, and then yeah. I don't want to really explain that entirely. Like I want you to like get it when you see it. But yeah, it's more like a dream, and it's like in between realities and stuff. Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Hey.
Elijah, do you still have more questions?
Yeah, one more. I remember like before the pandemic, like January, February of 2020, where one time I hung out with Alan at the last days, and I noticed there's a rumor going around that you wanted to like apply like UK Carriage influences before. Do you have any plans for more of that stuff, since like UK Carriage and R&B is like, you know, popping off right now?
Well, I hope you know, like, I'm not the type of person to do something just because it's popping off right now, you know, like, if I want to make that, it's because, like, the song sonically, like, that's the thing that I want to do, you know, so, I definitely did want to do that at some point, and who knows, maybe I'll make a remix album after I release the album, like, I'm working hard, girl, like, y'all will just see, I'm gonna make a techno, a dance for the girl, like, everything, but yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elijah. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you.
All right. So you've been around for like the last couple of years, and you've released a lot of some singles. So what have you learned a lot about yourself as an artist, and at the same time, do you feel that this is who you are? So anybody, so if you dig it, then it's good. If you don't, then it's fine. Or do you feel like there's still you still have your work cut out for you as far as like connecting to more people is concerned?
I think for me at this point in my life, well, like, I don't know, something I've learned is that I'll keep on learning, you know, as I grow up, like, something I know is that I don't know, like, I will never know until I just keep on growing up, and I'll just keep on learning and learning and learning. And that I can't, you know, like, just be definitive about it, that I know everything that I do right now, so, yeah, sorry, what was the other question?
Do you feel that that this is who you are as an artist, and that okay, if you're in for the ride, then good. If you're not, then
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
are
I
you the
think-
type that you still, or do you feel like there's still like room to like connect to more people? And
Yeah, I hope so. Like, if this is me at 21, and I feel like if you listen to my past stuff, like when I was 17, when I was 16, it's like, it's sonically very different, you know, so I feel like I am maybe gonna change, you know, and evolve. I feel like, because for me, being an artist is like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like the amalgamation of my surroundings, you know, and my surroundings will always keep on changing, so I hope it changes. Yeah. Right, yeah.
Thank you. And I think that's what we love about Jason. He's unapologetically himself as he continues to evolve, right? So thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Hi. Hi, Jason.
Ay, wait lang, sorry. May.
Pag,
Ano pala?
Diba-
Protocol.
yeah.
Ayun na yun.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jason, do you like it or hate it that some people automatically assume that yours is niche music because of who you are?
That I'm sorry?
That yours is niche music because of who you are?
Like, my music is niche?
Yes.
Not really, you know. I'm just happy enough that, like, at this point in my time, like, I can create music and, like, I can survive from it. I can pay my rent, I can have food, well, like, and that's really what matters to me. I'm not here to, like, take over the world, guys. Like, I don't really care like that, you know. I really just want to be able to, like, create music for as long as I can, you know, as old as I can be, and that's really just what I want. Not really money in terms of, like, unless I need it, you know, like for rent and stuff. That's it.
What's a misconception about queer love that you want dispelled?
I don't know. I feel like there's so many different misconceptions about it, but I think one is just that, like, it's easy. It's very hard. It's really hard. You know, even if it's going good in the relationship, there's like family to go to, like, and some family people don't, you know, they're not okay with it or whatever, and you know, your security is like, there's so many different things that's such a misconception about it that I think just leads into discrimination and like our safe, like, you know, like, so yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions, yeah.
What's the weirdest thing a fan has ever told or asked you?
It's not like, oh, I remember one time I was getting like my ear pierced, and the guy who was like piercing my ear was like, while he was piercing my ears, he was like, oh, me and my girlfriend just had sex to your song yesterday. I'm like, girl, like, I was just feeling that my ear, and after that, I didn't even get like a discount or anything. So I'm like, it's not like, no.
You should have demanded for one.
Exactly, like, no. You have to tell me traumatizing things like that, and then I don't get a discount.
Okay, my last question. Will you be using live instruments from here on? And how does that affect your music?
I think for me, it just makes me like connected to it so much more, because it's so like, it just sounds so real. Like, I don't know what about it. When it comes to like music nowadays, it always sounds too perfect for me. Like, it's like the most perfect note. Like, it's so like virtually produced That like when there's like little weird things and like how they play the guitar or how they pluck it, or I just love it. You know, it's like character. It's like it's real. Yeah.
I remember TLC did that in one of their albums, and it gave them so
Yeah.
much integrity. The Unpretty, where it really came from. Remember that album?
Yeah.
Alright, thanks, Jason.
Thank you too. That was
So
nice.
that's unheard. Go ahead. Hello.
The Bluetooth device activated.
He's the star of the show.
Happy Chinese. The Bluetooth device.
Hello, okay. Hi there, Jason. I'm Kai from Wonder.
Oh hi.
Hello. So I just want to ask more about your process for the song. So it kind of like it starts slow and sultry, and then it tapers into something cute, like the best bop ever. So I just want to ask, like, did that direction come naturally, or were you
Yeah.
intentionally making like something upbeat for a change?
When I was like making the song itself, I remember just like 'cause I was making it in the guitar first. I like wanted to go slow first, and then I wanted to go fast. I think I was like watching a movie, and like I heard like in the soundtrack like the song that was going slow and then it went fast. Or like you know how Lana Del Rey has songs that like it goes slow and then fast. I was just like I want to make one of those. That's just like yeah.
Well, it definitely made the best bop of the year.
Oh,
I
thank
would
you.
like to say. For your Paradise Rising cover, you said that you used the time in the pandemic to make yourself a better person. So like, what's one of the biggest learnings that you're taking from that period and applying to yourself, to your craft, and as a general person?
I feel like mine is more like no matter how much I try to make someone understand me, if they don't want to, then
It's not happening.
there's no point, like at this point in my life, like the people who are around me, that's who really matters. Like the people that, like now that I'm grown enough, that have access to me, like that I allow access to me, like that's really just what matters, Beyond that, it's all just like excess noise, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Elijah, let's see. Go ahead.
When I think about the song, do you ever think the first thing that went in my head was the drums? And do you ever think R&B artists should like be really particular about percussion more? Did it ever come across your mind when it comes to like making drums for the album or for the song?
Honestly, for me, I didn't really bother on that because the person who worked on it was Pat Sarabia. Like, she did the drums for this.
Oh.
And like, she's so good. So I'm like, I am not gonna say nothing to make like, girl, anything that you do, I will be so happy with it. And she was like, she killed it. And even I remember after that, she even still tweaked it all out and everything. And yeah, like we just, I don't know, like with me and Alan, how we make it, like I trust him musically on that part. Like he just trusts me on my lyrics, and like if I want to arrange it, if I have like any ideas, yeah.
Speaking of Pat, like I know that she's a regular patron in like Tago. So what was your experience like, singing in Tago?
Oh, how do you even know that? Oh, it was really good. I've been getting closer with, like my friends right now, like with Pat and everyone. I feel like this is like my first time that I'm actually kind of hanging out with people like in the scene. So I got to meet like Sid and Sid Hartha and like Shane and I don't know, it was like just really fun to experience that. I'm more like happier to have that again. And I did invite them to my party, so if y'all really are not going, then you're missing out. So yeah.
Feeling ko si Elijah na talaga bukas.
You better.
Kasi namin niya alam.
You better.
Kasi sa
Yeah.
lahat ng parties na si Elijah. Okay, who else would like to ask their questions? Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
If there's no one else.
Yes! We love your questions. Sige lang.
Okay, just...
A break from the music talk. Can you do Kung Fu, and have you ever engaged into a fist fight?
Did you ask if I could do Kung Fu?
Yes.
Well,
How about the fist fight?
Fist fight? No, I could never. But like, actually, I could never say never. Maybe one day I'll try to learn.
Actually, what I want to ask is, tell us something about you outside of work.
Me outside work. Somehow enough, I'm a very like shy person. Like I don't really like to say hi first. Like when I'm outside, I get so scared. I like when I do these things, I like dissociate. I'm somehow just like suddenly not here. But yeah, like I'm really shy when it comes to like trying to talk about myself and all of these things. I'm not really good at making friends. I'm sorry. It's really hard for me to do these things, but yeah, I'm grateful that at least I have like one aspect of me that like people are comfortable with, which is like being an artist, and that's like usually a great like icebreaker, like a great conversation starter. So I'm like, okay, thank you so much.
Did I read it correctly that you were born or raised in Oman?
Yeah, I was born and raised there. Yeah, until I was 16, and then when I was 16, I was just like, yeah, I need to make money. I need to make some cash. I need to. And when I was 18, I was already like, why am I not like famous and big and all these things?
Has Omani music found its way to your music?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like Oman has really inspired my music, or even just like, 'cause ever since I was growing up, I'm not sure if y'all know this, but like in mosques, they would have like prayer time at like 6 p.m. where they would read the Quran.
Right.
And it's like, it's not that I could say this, but like I really was inspired by like how they sang, or like
how
but
interesting.
they're not singing, they're reading it, sorry. Like but how they read the book, you know, it was so, I don't know, like it was just, I was very inspired by it ever since I was young. I can remember that.
And lastly, about being Nepalese, partly Nepalese. How does that?
I'm half Nepalese, but you know, I've never been there. I've never like, my dad is not like present in my life, which is not that I don't mind. He like, I wasn't really like, you know, like surrounded by Nepalese culture. That's what I'm telling you guys. Like, it was all Filipinos growing up. Like, my mom, my aunt, my sister, like everyone. Yeah.